níbẹ̀ yẹn ò nílé lóko. Ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Hello everyone, it's Aderonke again. I hope your day is going well. Today I'd like to mention words that have similar base letters but different tone marks. So of course that would result in different pronunciations, different meanings, different uses, different significances, completely different words. The only thing that they have in common would be the base letters. An example of that would be the word that has the three letters O, B, and E. O, B, and E. So you can either have Okpe, which is thanks, or have Okpe, which is palm. But not palm as in my palm, but palm as in the palm tree. So anything that relates to the palm tree, you want to say igi okpe, for example, igi okpe, palm tree. You want to say give thanks, fokpe fún Elédùmarè, shokpe fún àwọn òbí ẹ, whatever you use okpe. Okpe is palm tree. Okpe is thanks. Okpe, thanks. Okpe, palm tree or palm. I'll just say palm, but don't be confused because okpe is not a palm tree. It is when you say igi okpe that it becomes palm tree. But if you are referring to a palm tree and the person you're talking to knows what you're saying, you don't really have to put the igi there. In that context, they'll probably know that you're talking about the tree. So okpe, sorry, I was using my left hand. What would probably look like my right on your hand to describe okpe, which is thanks, and then okpe, palm. Okpe, thanks. Okpe, palm. Okpe, thanks. Okpe, palm.
Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ Elédùmarè. Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ Elédùmarè. Ọpẹ́ is thanks or gratitude. Lo is a combination of two words, ni o. And if you've seen my video on Yoruba word combination or joining, you will be somewhat familiar with this. The same way that you would say isn't in English, or you would say, how would you say something like this in French? But the same way that you would say isn't as opposed to is not in English, you can say lo as opposed to ni o in Yoruba. You combine words so that you can shrink them. So lo is not an original word, it is ni o. Ni is like is. O is a pronoun, sort of like a what. It fills in the what gap here in this statement. Ye is fit. Sure, yeah, this cloth fits you, it looks good on you, so to speak. If you were to then buttress the statement, sure, yeah, oh yeah, me, it fits me. It's sort of like a way of also saying to deserve something, but I'll get there. Elédùmarè is the all-sufficient. If you say Elédùmarè or you say Olódùmarè, either work. I have a video on Olódùmarè and I sort of broke it down and explained it word for word, what the word means. So I'll link it somewhere in this video, I suppose. Thanks or gratitude is what fits Elédùmarè. Thanks or gratitude is what fits Elédùmarè. So you're sort of saying thanks or gratitude is what Elédùmarè deserves, or better still, to make it a shorter statement, Elédùmarè deserves thanks or gratitude. Elédùmarè deserves thanks or gratitude. Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ Elédùmarè. And then ó ti gungi ọpẹ́. Ó ti gungi ọpẹ́. O is the pronoun for he or she. Yoruba pronouns are not gender specific. A lot of our a significant part of our culture is not exactly gender specific, but at some point, things began to change. It's most of the time it's as a result of, especially like with different people within the general Yoruba context, it's as a result of would I say invasion, because I don't know, I feel like even if there were no invasions, we would have somehow still reached out to other people in the world. But it's because of the influences of other people and other culture. I was saying it in one of my recent class. It was actually a group class that a significant part of our culture, with the introduction of like gendered type way of life, this has to be masculine and this has to be feminine, and significantly feminine or significantly masculine. A significant part of our culture has been influenced, like with the introduction of king and queen, and it's a lot. I'll prefer to talk about it separately. But whatever the case may be, just know that O, whenever you see O, it's he or she or it. T is has. T is has. Gun is climb. Gun is what it would be when it's not within a statement. So what's the word for climb? Gun. But when it's within a statement and when it's within a particular kind of tense, which I'll get to because I don't want to put too much in one video, gun is what it will look like as opposed to gun. But just put that at the back of your mind as I'll address it. Igi is tree. Doesn't have to be tree. It could be a stick, it could be wood, as long as it was gotten from a tree. Anyway, igi is tree. Okpe is palm. Okpe is palm. And I said it's not applicable to the palm of the hands. It's the palm of the hands is atelewo, so that's completely different. Okpe is palm. And when you transliterate that, it would be something like this. He has climbed the tree of palm. It will look something like that. But if you want to make it a better statement, I suppose you can say he has climbed the palm tree, or she has climbed. Doesn't have to be a he. It could be a she as well. But let's say in this case, the palm wine tapper happens to be a man. He has climbed the tree of palm, or you could say she has climbed the tree of palm, or she has climbed the palm tree. He has climbed the palm tree. Whatever works in that context. So know that okpe is completely different from okpe. Okpe is completely different from okpe. Okpe is thanks or gratitude. Okpe is palm. The palm tree is significant to us. It's extremely significant to us. There's just so many, especially when it comes to even the spirituality. I can count like 3, maybe even 4 things that you need from the palm tree, especially when you're practicing the spirituality in a place that is somewhat closer to nature, for lack of a better description, than other places, especially in North America. So, in Nigeria, you can get your iki from the palm tree. A lot of people just use cowries or nuts outside the continent just because it's probably more difficult to get iki. You can get your palm oil, that you put on your altar, or you sort of present to your deity. Even the mariwo as well from the palm tree, mariwo, also significant. There are just a couple of things so every part of the palm tree, and you get your emu as well. You get your emu, although you don't just take emu and present it to everybody and everything and every orisha. There are some orishas that you're not. I don't think you have any business presenting emu to Obatala, for example. There are just many things that you get from the palm tree. Anyway, I prefer to talk about that separately as well when I start to discuss like our plants and our foods and our vegetables, and that's definitely on the list. But yeah, Okpe is different from okpe.
If you have any questions about these two words, you find anything confusing, or you just require clarification regarding anything really that pertains to this lesson, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section down below. If you don't have a question, you just have something to say, don't hesitate to leave your comments as well. I'll be sure to get to it if it requires an answer. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. And I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.